Reality recap.
And hi, everyone. Yes, I know you have the reunion. Yes, we have 2 more episodes. And then we have the reunion of
I look like a slut. I look like a mom. She was like, you the one that look like you got a high body count hair. I fell the fuck out, y'all.
Candace, has Deborah reached out to you to apologize after the episode aired showing Chris did not flirt with her?
She wouldn't dare. She would get eaten for breakfast.
Oh boy.
No, she's doubling down.
Why would you go meet with Ray J without talking to Princess or letting her know why? Like, she's trying to justify that she told her after the fact and not supposed to make it.
What do you think of your ex-husband Jim coming out and saying you did not try to stop him from suing Shannon and Tamara?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, if his memory is a little foggy about what transpired back then, that's okay. However, he did admit that I had nothing to do with the...
Reality recap. Reality recap.
What's up, y'all? Happy Saturday. It is your girl V with Reality Recap here for another live Tea Talk sesh. We are talking about last night's episode of Love During Lockup. We are streaming live right now across Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. The chats are live and well. Let me know your thoughts. As I always say, I give you my unsolicited thoughts on the episode. Let me put it up on the screen so that people know what we're talking about. But yes, we are talking about last night's episode of Love During Lockup. If you can't watch this live in its entirety, no worries. You can go to my links in my Facebook bio, Instagram bio. And please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you see all of my recaps, whether live or recorded. Make sure you watch them all and click that like, click that subscribe, and share. Please tell a friend and tell a friend. I appreciate you all. Now, I have to say before we get into last night's episode and each of the couples that we saw, I'm very underwhelmed with this season. I mean, I'm watching it. There's some entertainment in it. But I don't know, guys. It's just not measuring up to the other seasons we have seen of Love During Lockup. I saw someone else saying how predictable this season felt. I don't know. There's some things that I'm still trying to figure out, so I wouldn't say it's that predictable, but I don't know. It doesn't feel as eventful, as funny, as shocking as I'm used to seeing. So I'm watching this season. I think we have like 1 episode left or 2. I think it said yesterday 2 episodes to the season finale. So actually, yes, the season finale is next Friday of Love During Lockup, and then we'll go into Love After Lockup and see if any of these couples, I'm like curious, is any of these couples going to make it to Love After Lockup? We're going to probably see some couples from past seasons and things like that, but I just, there's not a lot here with this cast. Just my thoughts. I don't know. You let me know how you are liking this season, but we're going to jump right in and talk about each couple. I'll put them up on the screen as we go through. Who are we going to talk about first? Let's talk about Tia and Rob. Tia and Rob, we saw them. Now we know that Rob is Sweet Lips. Thank you for checking in on Instagram. She said, for real. Yeah, it's not giving, but I'm watching. So let's talk about Tia and Rob. Now we know Rob came home. He's been home an episode or 2 now since he was released. I haven't seen Rob shower. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm like, he got out in them clothes. He sexed her in those clothes. He got back in them clothes. He was with his family. He took a walk in them clothes. He came back. He went to PO in them clothes. And it's okay. Like I could say, he's just getting out. Maybe not everything is there, but we haven't seen him shower. Let me just put it that way. Like, we have not seen him shower. I say it could be editing. Who knows? I don't know if it's editing and how they're cutting it. But listen, we have not seen Rob shower. That's my number one concern. That's the type of shit that will get in my head. And the whole time I'm watching it, it'll be in the back of my head whispering, like, he has not taken a shower. He's not took a shower. So it makes it hard to focus. But I tried. So Sweet Lips, right? Me? I don't know. I haven't seen it. But Tia is wanting all of Rob's attention is what we saw. He's been locked up for 10 years. I get that she wants to take up all his time his first day out. But listen, you've been waiting a year or 2 years or, for him to come out. His family, his friends have been waiting probably the entire time, right? So he's trying to meet with them, and it's a good thing. It's not like he's leaving the hotel, right, and going and hanging out or going to the strip club like he wanted to do on his first day out. But the family came to the room and the friends came over. He went downstairs and took a walk around the block with one of his friends. It's not like he's leaving anywhere, but she is adamant that she wants to lay up. She want to get her socks knocked off, and that's all she want to do all day long. Hey, Love D Nice. Thank you for checking in on Instagram. Said, don't she got on the same dress as well? I didn't watch last night yet. Yeah, she do have on the same dress she picked him on. She did take a shower though after their, escapades, like the next morning when she was letting us all know her cootie cat hurt. She wanted us all to know that she she had an eventful night. But yeah, he left that morning to go to the POs and she stayed behind. She didn't go with him and she showered then. So all we saw was him wiping his face off before the family came in the last episode. Sweet Lip says, I think she's overreacting. Me too. I do too. Like, I get it. I would want all of his attention. But again, we have to understand the man spent 10 years in prison. His family is there waiting to see him. And again, he's not leaving the hotel. He had them come over. So just be a part of the little welcome party until they go. And then you get it on like you did. Something to highlight. Thank you for checking in on YouTube too. Appreciate y'all checking in. Let me know y'all thoughts. Y'all can put them in the chat, your questions, your thoughts on the episode as I go through them, and I'll read your comments. But yeah, I saw a live from Tia last night. Let's just jump into that, and then we'll talk about him going to the PO and everything. But Tia went live last night. And a few things have happened, right? So Rob has had a welcome home party at Starlet's at the strip club. He had it like a night or two ago. And Tia said that she was not invited. It looks like he had an amazing time. I'll just say that. And then she later came back and posted and said that, well, I was invited. I guess I just forgot. So Lily said on YouTube, Tia's being obnoxious. So he is out. I see him, he's booking appearances, club appearances. He is still on parole. It seems they are living separately from what I can tell. And, he is getting his feet wet outside. Not saying he's doing anything wrong, but he's definitely booking some club appearances and things like that. Also, while Tia was live last night, I asked her about the alleged DV incident. There was something that came out on Reddit with someone was alleging that they were staying in the hotel where Rob and Tia was staying when this was filmed, and that they were across the hall, that they alleged that she was in danger. They heard like an altercation, a DV incident between Rob and Tia. So while she was live last night, I did post it on my Instagram and Facebook earlier. I asked her about it, and she said that he has never laid a hand on her, that she doesn't know. She's saying if whoever was saying this, if they were across the hall, then show the receipt, show the proof, because she's saying that that is not the case. She said, don't get her wrong. He does take her through the ringer. He does take her through some stuff, but he has never put his hands on her at all. So she cleared that up last night, and I did post that. So that's what she's saying. Some of y'all was in the comments talking about some she just covering for him, all of that stuff. I don't know, y'all, but she's saying that that is false. And she was asking, how can she get that out to the public? She said that negativity seems to travel faster than positivity, but that is not the case. So I did let her know that I would post her, saying that it was not true. And I did this morning. Love D Nice said, now, if it come out 3 months later, we don't want to hear it. Heard you loud and clear. Love D Nice. Heard you. Same here. But she says that that's not the case. But Interesting enough, she also mentioned on her live how, she's been getting a lot of mom shaming, which I told you we don't do here. I was listening and trying not to judge when she took her daughter to go pick him up from the release, when she had her daughter in the back seat and she landed in the front seat sucking his face off, and her daughter, didn't know this man at all. But we listen and we don't judge, right? But I was on her side last night when it came to him going to the PO office with his sister, and his sister was saying, like, why don't you just parole to Tia's house? Like, why are you paroling here in Brooklyn? And he called and asked her, and she said no, not yet, because of her daughter. And I was like, whoo, great choice. I think that was a good idea. I've seen a few of you saying that as well, but I thought that was the smartest decision she's made so far. But they had their argument. She felt like he was laughing at her because she was saying, like, where you going? I want you to stay here. I want to lay up. And he was saying, like, yo, I just took a walk around the block. That's it, with my friend. But y'all, why was his friend jumping in the conversation though? Like, when she called him to see where he was, which again, I know she was being a little bit obnoxious. She was, reaching out, trying to find, like, he had left and went somewhere far. But why was his friend jumping in the conversation? And I was like, bruh, back up, okay? Back up. But he was like, put it on speakerphone. I want to hear it too. And he like, we ain't go nowhere. We just taking a walk. Like, let him handle that. You ain't making the situation no better. But we'll see what happens with Tia and Rob, how this separation goes once they, the little first day out wears off and they have to separate. She has to go back to, I think, is she in Long Island? I think. And he's paroling to this address in Brooklyn somewhere where we don't know who this friend of the family is, and if the friend of the family will actually be staying there or staying somewhere else, as he said. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I told y'all, I fear she's gonna be in the fetal position crying over this man because he is outside. But that's what went down with Tia and Rob on last night's episode. Who else do we have? Next, we're going to talk about, oh Lord, let's talk about Kate, Hunter, and is it Kylie or Kaylee? Kaylee, that's what I'm going with. What is Hunter doing, y'all? What is he doing? Somebody tell me, what is Hunter doing? I need to understand, right? Like, at first, when I gave you guys the sneak peek of the episode where we saw him talking to Kaylee and, trying to let her down gently, but not so gently. He basically just dropped her. He ain't nothing gentle about it. I said, okay, so he's choosing Kate. But then last night, he called Kate. We saw that first in the episode where he calls Kate to tell her that he needs to clear his conscience and let her know that some of the writer prison women that, by the way, it was all Kate's idea. So a lot of you said you have no sympathy for Kate at all. You also said you had no sympathy for Kaylee either, but y'all said y'all didn't have any sympathy for Kate because she's the one that came up with this idea of him. She put his profile on this writer prisoner website where he could get sugar mamas to take care of him while he was locked up, and it didn't have to come out of her pockets. I guess at the time it seemed like a smart idea, but apparently, I don't know what's true and what's not, what's coming out of Hunter's mouth. But he called her to let her know while she was doing her yoga with her best friend, honey, that he had been seeing some of these writer prison women in person at visits, that some of them gave him, he said hand jiggers, aka hand jobs, child, and visit. How is that possible? How is he getting these hand jiggers and visit? I recall when I had to go to visits, like, my boyfriend at the time, he couldn't even rub my hair without them being like, stop, stop, stop. We were sitting in the plastic chairs across from each other. We couldn't sit next to each other side by side. We had to sit across the aisle from each other and have conversation. Like, we couldn't talk, we couldn't hug. So how was he getting a whole hand jigger? I don't know. I guess it's different. Sweetly said with her feet, I'm assuming. How though? He said hand. He said hand jiggers, hand jobs. That's what he said. He didn't say foot jobs. But how? I guess every prison is different. I guess that was back in the day, honey, when I thought that was cool to have a boyfriend like that. It is so not. But I don't know. I just wonder how, because we could not touch each other at all, because they were worried about you slipping them something to take back into jail and things like that. So we weren't really allowed to touch at all. Maybe one hug at the beginning of the visit and one before you left. That was, if I recall correctly, like the extent of it. So I don't even know how he was able to get all of these hand jiggers and they're coming to the jail, or why he felt the need to get that off his chest. It almost felt like he wants Kate to leave. So I'm thinking now, is he in love with another woman that we not seeing on the show, and he's trying to get rid of both of them before he gets released? I still don't even understand, when is he getting released, because he told Kaylee that his time got extended 30 to 60 days because of their video chats or video visits where she exposed herself. He didn't tell Kate that. I don't know what to believe when it comes to Hunter. I really don't. It's giving exactly what her lawyer said. It's definitely giving professional con artist. Like, he working both of them over and ain't got a plan, in my opinion, to be with neither one of them. It seems like, but I don't know. Lily on YouTube said, OMG, I felt so bad for Kaylee. But then I remember she jumped the gun and brought her own engagement ring. Child, one of y'all said, why she throw her engagement ring on the floor? Because, like, she ain't buy it. Y'all play too much. When I tell y'all, I be reading my comments, cracking up. Y'all be, especially on Instagram, y'all be having me dying, child. I have no idea. But yeah, we see him tell Kate this story about him getting hand jiggers. Then he doubles back and says, well, it was a while ago before we even got serious. Huh? So again, I don't know why he's telling her that. He said he needed to clear his conscience. And she was saying, like, why are you telling me this on a recorded line, number one, when you already in trouble? That's not smart. And she said it feels like he wants to stay there. Like, it does. It feels like he is comfortable in there with his time getting extended while he get hand jiggers and everybody paying him. He ain't got to pay no bills. He ain't got to deal with real life, and the women just sending him money. So I don't know. I felt like Kate was on to something, but that's what he told her. Then we see him call Kaylee, and he tells Kaylee that he's into someone else. About the past couple of months, or 2 to 3 months, I believe he said he was talking to another woman, and he's basically choosing this other woman. And I'm saying, is it Kate that he's talking about? Because I believe him and Kate been talking for more than just a month or two. So what is really going on? This is, I guess, why I said the show was saying, someone was putting their content up saying that the show seems predictable this season. While it's not the best season, I'm confused as hell on what Hunter really got going on here. I don't know. So it's like, huh? That's what my guess is. Like I said, the season finale is next week, and I'm just assuming at this point that he's trying to get rid of both of them. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a third woman pick him up, and a fourth one he go run into after that one. I have no idea what Hunter's into, what he got going on. But yeah, we'll have to see. Kaylee was highly upset when he told her this. Y'all know that Kaylee be cooking dinners for him like he there. Talking about they eating pot roast over the phone, child. She tattooed his name on her already. She's calling him her fiance. They are engaged. She brought her own ring. She went to see a lawyer to ask the lawyer about how do they get his time reduced after he received, the violations from their video visits. The lawyer said it would cost $15,000 for her to take on the case, and Kaylee is trying to figure out how to pay it. No, ma'am. I said that to y'all this morning. Kaylee needs to go back to the lawyer and report a scammer. I'm telling y'all, I'm really concerned that Kate could now be wrapped up in this foolishness with Hunter. Like, what if some of these writer women prison women, like, what if they try to sue or press any charges because he's basically scamming them, making them think that he loves them, he's gonna marry them, and while they're sending all their hard-earned money in there, like, he could be in some trouble for that. So I'm curious. I like this is the one story that I just can't figure it out and trying to see is he even coming home. We don't even know if he gonna come home on this last episode. And who too? I have no idea. But Kaylee damn near broke the door off the hinges at her little salon suite, honey, trying to get out because she was so upset. Her best friend trying to console her. The guy, that she works with, he's shocked. I don't know why he acting shocked because he was the one that was telling, like, I think she's moving too fast. But I guess when it came out like that, and he's really on the phone talking about yeah, I know I just told you I love you yesterday. I know, but today, totally different story. It's like, and then had the nerve to say, I got to cut this stuff off. I got to put me first. Fool, you've been putting yourself first. That's how we got here. You've been putting yourself first. I said the audacity was audacitying. Okay, for him to even say that, I was like, he got to be kidding me. Like, is he serious? But yeah, we'll see how this unfolds in the next episode. Kaylee has been posting online that she's an unbothered queen. Was giving a little bothered. It's okay to say that you hurt Kaylee because he definitely tried to play you. I told you, you need to either go back to the lawyer, Kaylee, and report a scammer or crash out. One or the other. Crash out at his day when he get out. Like, you need to be there his release day, crashing out on him and whoever there to pick him up, child. Do something. I want to see the rest of it. Maybe that'll be interesting. But we'll definitely see what happens with this love triangle. I said he ain't no Michael. Y'all know Michael and his love triangle was crazy, honey. He ain't no Michael. But this is, this little love triangle, we're going to see what's going on in the season finale next week. Now, who else did we see last night? Oh, Savannah. Savannah and Bradley, honey. Bradley is like, Sweet Lips said crash out 4,000. That part, yes. Crash out. I'm with you. That's what I really want her to do. I don't really care for the cop calling, but something, yeah, like crash out on him. But Savannah and Bradley seems to be the only honest inmate I've seen in a while, where he's literally telling her, take that wedding dress off. I ain't marrying you. I ain't paying for no BBL or putting my name down to pay your loan for no BBL when I ain't even got out and got my first check from this roofing job that he has set up. He is the one telling her, like, you're bugging, fall back. He told her, I ain't getting your name tattooed on me, especially not on my forehead. That is a bad omen for a relationship. I'm not doing it. Yet and still, Savannah's saying how their relationship is stronger than an omen. She knows that Bradley's going to tattoo her name across his forehead, that she's going to get this BBL. We saw Savannah talking to her grandmother last night, and she's like, yeah, do you mind if Bradley comes over? And the grandmother was nice enough to be like, no, I don't mind if he comes over or whatever. He's supposed to stay with his dad. But she was asking if he could come by. And then she's like, well, can he have a key? And are you okay with him coming over when I'm not here? Why would he need to be there if you're not there? Why does he need a key to your grandmother's house? What is this lady talking? It's like, I'm trying to figure out what planet is Savannah on. Real talk. Hi, Princess. Thank you for checking on the Instagram. Princess said Kate's karma is going to be nasty. Yeah, I think like I said, Princess, I really think she's going to be caught up in something with these women. You don't play with women, feelings like that, especially not women. You do not play with women's feelings. Hell has no fury like a woman scorn. Like, we've all heard that. So I don't know what Kate got coming to her, but I would not be playing with these women and their feelings over this man, because she's going to be in something serious. Now, as far as Savannah, I don't know, again, what planet Savannah's on to want this man to be in her grandmother's house when she's not there. Her grandmother barely trusts her. We know Savannah has, she's a recovering addict herself. And she barely got a key. she had to earn her grandmother's trust to get a key to the house she's staying in with her. So why would you ask for a key for Bradley and he ain't even staying there? He's going to be staying at his father's house. It just didn't make no sense. Bottom line, the girl does not make no sense. Now, some news just dropped because that Savannah was friends with Bradley's sister, but they had some type of altercation, and she was trying to, Bradley's orders were for Savannah and his sister to cut ties, not talk, and she did that. Well, his older sister has been online spilling some tea. This is courtesy to, according to Amber, his older sister, Alyssa Roberts. She had, this came out about an hour ago, but she put up some posts saying, "Hey, I'm Bradley's older sister, and just like I said, she is in full relapse, taking almost 120 Adderall in 3 weeks. Bradley's so sick of it. She's a full-blown addict again. She annoys the hell out of all of us." Oh, and did y'all know that Bradley wasn't Savannah's dealer? He was her best friend, Raven's fiance of 8 years. So, the sister again is saying that Savannah has relapsed. If that's the case, prayers to her, but also saying that, Bradley was not Savannah's dealer, that he was actually the fiance of her best friend of 8 years. Said that she was invited over for a threesome and took her best friend's fiance, and she never did meth. She was a full-blown crackhead, is what it says. This girl going off. So I don't know what caused the sister to enter the chat and why she's saying these things about Savannah, but I mean, just Savannah's, her demeanor, she's really hyper. She to me, again, it feels like she has some things to work on herself and just on her road to sobriety and trying to keep it. And this relationship is not it. She went into the tattoo shop. She's trying to tattoo his name. First, she had a B and she's trying to put the B up here on her forehead, but she's trying to get his name tattooed on like her rib cage, his full name, Bradley, even though he told her he's not going to do that. He don't want her to do that. She gets upset with him because she's like, "Well, I want you to want me to do it." Why do you want him to want you to do it when he said he not doing it and he didn't want you to? So why are you even there mad that he's not telling you, go ahead, do it? And he laughing at her like, "Bro, do whatever you're going to do at this point." Like, he just be on this phone like, you crazy. And her best friend, which is his sister, already said he has no plans of being with her when he get out. It's not something that he seems to be taking seriously. Yet he's honest about that, in my opinion. Like, he's not leading her on at all. Lily said Savannah is ridiculous. And on Instagram, Princess said, "You're the reason I started watching this show." Well, thank you, Princess. I've been watching since day one, since the first season of this Love After Lockup and beyond. I've watched every single season. So I hate, Princess, that this is your first one, because this one is a little corny. It's a little whack compared to the other ones, but we'll see what happens after this, season finale next week. We'll go into Love After Lockup and we'll see, what couples we get there. We'll get some new couples. Maybe some of these couples, if any of them are like fan faves, will move over to Love After Lockup. So I hate this is your first one. Go back and watch some of the other ones if you get a chance, though. But I'm happy to hear that you're what. I don't know if I should be happy about that because the show is crazy. But if you're watching it because of me, I appreciate that. So yeah, Sweet Lips, I don't know what's going on, honey. I don't know why Bradley's sister entered the chat about an hour ago telling all this woman business, and that's allegedly. It's all alleged, but that's what she say, honey. So we'll see if Savannah goes through with this tattoo. Bradley will be released. I did see that in the sneak peek. He will, in the sneak peek for next week, the season finale. Bradley will be released. So we'll see where this goes. Sweet Lips said, "Yeah, I'm ready for after lockup because during lockup really used to be good." Yeah, it used to be. And I'm hoping we see Jakima and Donnie next week too. And since we didn't get to see him on this episode and what's going on with them, maybe she'll put the pieces together of what really happened, how he got moved and why. Although we're all really aware, right? Why he got moved, but we didn't see them in this episode. So yeah, let's see if Savannah gets this tattoo. What Bradley does when he comes home. But yes, Bradley's sister is online spilling all the tea, child. Wheelie said this season is nothing compared to when the OGs were on. Lamar and Andrea, Michael and his multiple women, Chevelle and Quaylen. Right. Right. Nothing compared to that at all. So I'm just watching it because Bell Collective is off on Fridays and I ain't got nothing else on Fridays but this right now. But yeah, we'll keep going through the other couples. Who else did we see last night? I think we got like two more. MJ and Willie. So MJ is 100%. She's 100% pure pimping. I told y'all that already. MJ don't know what she want. She's stringing both of these men along. Willie is in jail, wanting her to be with him. She don't know what she gonna do with her ex-husband. Her ex-husband pulled up on her when she was leaving. MJ visited her hometown where she has an ex-husband that she was married to for 13 years. She visited her hometown because her mom is sick and battling cancer. She's struggling with should she move back home to be closer to her mom and her family or stay where she is. She has this relationship with Willie and she's saying that's where she wants to be, but she also has backslid a couple of times while with Willie. She's cheated on Willie with her ex-husband Umi. She even thought that she had a little pregnancy scare with Umi during the time of her relationship with Willie. And Umi pulled up on her last night. He trying to win her over. He telling her he want his wife back. He didn't come off that serious to me in his little his little orange vest, his little construction vest. I guess it is what MJ said is that's the perception that I got, that she said that he makes a lot of promises. He doesn't follow through with them. He likes to party and get really, really drunk on the weekends, and she would have to deal with his drunk, belligerent self, and she doesn't want to do that anymore. But I don't know. I cannot tell what it is that she has or what she's going to choose. I really can't. It's like she has not really closed that door with Umi. She giggling and laughing every time he called, every time she around him. She told him she was happy to see him. But she did. Hey, Sam Sports. Thank you for checking in. And my intro was lit. This is my first show with my intro, Sam Sports, and I love it. So thank you for that. But yeah, I don't know what MJ doing, but all I know is she is 100% pure pimping. That's all I know. Because she got Willie in jail, like, what he say, this MJ's world. It's all about MJ. Like, damn, like that, honey. And her ex-husband, apparently, from what she was saying, he's in a relationship, but he on camera chasing after her, pulling up on her, trying to get that old thing back. He trying to spin the block. So, child, listen. MJ, do your thing. I ain't mad at you. Lily on YouTube says she loves her husband. The fact that she gave him the time of day says a lot. She needs to end things with Willie and go back to Umi. Or honestly, she just needs to figure out herself and what she wants to do. But yeah, I don't think that door is closed. I do not believe her when she's, Umi asked her, so you gonna block me? Are you gonna block me now? And she like, yeah, I'm gonna block you. No, you ain't. You ain't blocking that man. Knock it off. So we'll see what happens with MJ and Willie. Does she decide to move back home? Does she choose Willie? Does she choose MJ? Does she choose to be by herself and start a whole new? We'll have to wait and see. We'll see on the season finale. But MJ, the only one that ain't getting played. That's the only reason why I like her, because she's the only one not getting played. She doing the playing for once, right? I'm so tired of seeing these inmates play from the inside on these people. She's the only one doing the playing from the outside. So that's the only reason why I like her. Now, our last couple, Let's see. Poor little Sam. That's our last couple. Poor little Sam, honey. Sam and Crystal. Why did this man marry this woman already, knowing she could have another 7 years left? I'm so mad that he is married to her, so he can't just walk away. I'm so mad at that. Like, why did he do that? I have no idea. But hey, Joseph, thank you for checking in on YouTube. Ain't seen you in a minute, but hey. But yeah, why did Sam marry this girl? Like, why? But anyway, she cut him off, not talking to him, mad with him because he missed visit. The man is an EMT. He worked a 24-hour shift, and then she expected him to get off his shift, drive 6 hours to her, and then 6 hours back home. What is he, a goddamn superhuman? What is wrong with her? And I was confused because it's not like he missed her parole hearing. She's just now eligible for parole and waiting for her hearing. So she was upset with him, I guess, for not coming on the day that she's eligible versus maybe he's trying to plan to come when you actually have the hearing. I don't think Sam would miss that for the world. He did try to stand up for himself and saying, like, look, I'm not going to apologize or make excuses for working when this is the job that's taking care of your every want and need, putting money on your books, making sure you comfortable in there, taking your grandmother out to the rib shack. Like, why does he have to explain himself? Why would you even want your husband on the road trying to drive after working a 24-hour shift? Like, he taking care of everybody and then himself last. You would have got the visit last time had you not made him drive out the way 30 minutes to go check on your grandmother who wasn't answering the phone because she don't want to come out there and visit you. So he did. He tried to stand up for himself. Sweet Lips said he brought that on himself. He did. Because why in the hell did he marry her? He don't know her in the free world. So why would you marry her? Like, if you want to date and wait for her, cool. But to go on the limb and marry her, that's a wild decision. For real. A really wild decision. But he tried to stand up for himself. She telling him, have a nice life. She don't care that he gotta work. He should have took time off. What? When he's the one providing for you, him, your grandmother, like, why would he not go to work? And he did not miss her parole hearing. She's just eligible for parole. I'm pretty sure Sam is not gonna miss her actual hearing. By the way, from his conversation with the lawyer, it don't seem like she getting out anyway. She has a violent crime. It's not going to be easy for her to get parole. She was already paroled once and got sent back because in her, I guess her parole or part of her sentencing or whatever, she can't have any contact with the ex-husband, boyfriend, whatever he was that she had this, got this violent charge from. She buck 50 him down the forehead. So she got out last time and had contact with the ex. That's how she got sent back. So you're asking for another chance for a violent crime. We don't, the lawyer said that the victim and the victim's family or friends could show up at the hearing contesting that they don't want her to get out. That could also make it difficult. The lawyer did not give a glimpse of hope that she would actually get out before her 7 years. I don't believe she's going to get the parole, just being honest. So he's hoping, he married her hoping on that. It's not looking good. Sweetly said she gonna miss going to the store. Exactly. So I don't know. I think she gives him a hard time. I feel like she using him to get her through while she's in there. This is the typical couple we always see every season. We get the one little corny guy, the little dweeb that the woman is getting all of this stuff out of them, and then they come home and kick them to the curb and go marry somebody else in the next day or something like that. So I don't know. Sam, I do not want this man, this sweet man with a great job. He's an EMT. He has a good heart, to waste 7 years waiting for this girl to come home. So we'll see what happens on the season finale for them. If she gets parole, if she even has the hearing before the season finale. Not you think he gay. Oh, you think she is. Okay. Grandma did mention that, and he did as well, that she had a girlfriend on the inside that got released, and the girlfriend got locked up again, and she back in there. So that, you are absolutely right, Sweet Lips. I forgot about that. So that could be why she ain't calling and stuff, and she trying to cut him off. That is a very good chance of what's happening, because she, her girlfriend then got arrested again, and they back in there together. Doesn't sound good. So we'll see what happens with them. I just don't want Sam to waste any more of his precious time here on Earth waiting for this girl that ain't doing nothing but using him. Real talk. For real. But guys, that is my thoughts. It was a very uneventful episode and season so far. The season finale is next week. I will be back tomorrow. I'm probably going to do a recorded episode though, but I still owe you guys. No, we're doing live tomorrow. We're going to do the live recap of the episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, because I owe you guys that. My thoughts on the part 1 of the reunion. I definitely owe you that. Joseph said, Crystal better stand on business if she really feels that way. Don't ask me for no more money, nor ask me to check on Rita. Them divorce papers would have been drawn up so quick if I was Sam. That's right. He should have look, Joseph, he should have drew up the divorce papers while he was there asking about the parole nonsense. Because once that man was like, listen, it's not looking like she gonna get out, I'd have said, we're going to draw up the divorce papers. Can I get this annulled? We ain't never even we ain't even spent time in the free world. Is it a possibility to just get it annulled? I would have been asking that. But you were absolutely right, Joseph. Don't ask me for nothing. Nothing, okay? Nothing at all. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna come back tomorrow before football comes on and give y'all my thoughts on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City Part 1 reunion. Look out for my record. I'm gonna record an episode probably later today. I still owe you guys my thoughts on last week's episode of Love and Hip Hop ATL. But please set your alerts, guys. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos, hit the heart button, hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss a thing. And follow me on Instagram and Facebook so you get all the reality news, up to date, sneak peeks, episode highlights, everything you need reality related. You can get it right here from your girl V. All right. So I will be back tomorrow. But before I end this live, like I always say, guys, reality TV stars are humans too. Let's not forget that. It is your girl V with Reality Recap. Y'all enjoy your Saturday. Set those alerts. I'll be back tomorrow for my thoughts on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and Love and Hip Hop ATL. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Peace.